Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do the Lauren Bacall makeup look. I'm calling this one more of a transformation just because Lauren Bacall didn't really have a specific makeup look that was too different for the 1940s, but she had such a unique look, and that's what I'm going for, to try to emulate her features, her eyes, her eyebrows, the nose, the lips, the cheeks. So if you're interested in trying out a makeup look that will transform you in a sense into getting that really gorgeous and sophisticated Lauren Bacall look, then keep watching and I'll show you how to do it. Now for my face, I'm just going to start with the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in my much paler color, a 118. It doesn't match with my tan, but it is a cold day here. I'm wearing long sleeves so nobody can tell. So now I'm going to go in with my concealer. This one is again Maybelline. It's in 15 Light. This is really good for a nice pale foundation like the one I just used. And what I'm doing here is not so much concealing but shaping. So I want to give myself a nice angular face like Lauren's. So I'm going to start right under the eye here. Apply a generous amount and I'm going to go all the way down. This will really help guide me as I apply the contour, just to make sure that I'm getting that Lauren facial structure. Something going on outside the window. I apologize. So I'm just gonna go in with my Fenty bronzer. This one is in the color Shady Biz. So her cheekbones actually come down a bit lower. Put it down here as opposed to going up here. Now I'm going to go in with a little blush. I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It comes in a trio of a light pink, kind of a salmon, and a darker one. I'm going to start with the light pink. And now a little of the dark, kind of as a mediator between the pink and the contour. And now that my cheeks are done, I'll go into the rest of the contour. Now, Lauren had a much lower forehead than I do, so I'm just going to take my contour a little lower than usual just to give that suggestion of the same features. And then for the nose, just going to use a little down the sides to try to mimic that shape. I'm going to switch to a fairly small fluffy brush for this. And go right along that bridge up to your eyebrow. Again, it's just subtle, but it'll really make that shape pop. I do have a bump on my nose, so when I do a contour, it's pretty tricky to get it to look smooth. So I might just have to have a bumpy Lauren Bacall nose. Now let's blend this out with our Stay Matte finishing powder. Alright, so let's move on to the eyebrows and eyes. I'm going to start by using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. So I'm going to start with my Naked Urban Decay Wild West palette. I'm going to go over the entire area in the color Nudie, right here. Now for my lid, I'm going to go in with the color Whiskey. This is kind of a brownish red. I think it'll really make my eyes pop. I believe Lauren had green eyes too. And putting the red will really emphasize the color of mine. Now, I'm not going to go over my entire lid. I'm keeping it close to my lash line. I want to give the impression that my eyes are hooded in the same way that hers were. I'm going to use a nice brown. This one is Bourgeois, and it's a waterproof eyeliner. Make sure it's nice and sharp there. And I'm just going to do a very simple line over my lid, no wing. I am going to be thickening it more towards this side, again, just to mimic her eye shape. Now I'm also going to be going underneath with the eyeliner, not because that's the way she wore hers, but because I want mine to appear a little smaller like hers. Alright, so let's apply our mascara and then we will fix these eyebrows. So I'm going to go in with my Guerlain mascara. This one is in a dark brown. Okay, so let's move on to these brows. They are dry now. I'm going to start by applying my NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This one is called Blonde. I'm going to give this a few minutes to dry, so while we wait, let's just apply our lipstick. Alright, so I'm going to go into the color Chocolate. It's a dark reddish brown, and that way it'll match the lipstick I've chosen. So as you can see, I'm just going right under my natural lip line, and I'm widening that Cupid's bow, so rather than it going whoop, like a little U, it's spread out more like something that's spread out. I'll think of something. So now I'm just gonna go in with my Revlon cream lipstick. This one is in 761 Extra Spicy. So now that that's on, I realize I do want to go up with the curves of my lips a little more, make them a little more defined, and that will make that Cupid's bow also pop more. There we go. So that was very subtle, just a little bit on the tips, but it went a long way. Alright, so let's get these eyebrows done and we'll be all set to go. I'm using my chocolate gold from Too Faced palette, and you can see the color here. So boogie, I learned how to pronounce it. Doesn't sound right though. Just keeping it really light, and then I'll add a little dark too. Okay, so I'm going to be using this nice angled brush. Alright, so there's our base. Now I'm gonna go in with my normal brow pencil. This is a Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim, and this is in a neutral brown. And what I'm going to do is add in some strokes where I created the arch, so then it looks more natural, and then we'll go all over it again with our blonde eyebrow tint to get that final effect. So just some nice, tiny little strokes here, just so those arches look like they belong. Another round of our eyebrow tint. And this is the final look. For someone who doesn't look like Lauren Bacall in the least, I think this is a good representation of her makeup. Again, she's all about the very simple eye makeup, no wings, just these very haunting eyes, the arched eyebrows that are very light in color, so it almost diminishes some of that strong arch, and yet they're still there. And the beautiful lip. If you have a strong nose, emphasize it. This is the time. And the hair could be better. I think if it was a little shorter, I could have nailed her look a little bit more. But all in all, I'm happy with this. I love Lauren Bacall, as I've said. I just think she is the epitome of the 1940s. She and Bogey and The Big Sleep and To Have and To Have Not, or the movies that really got me into this whole era. And I hope you like it, and let me know what you think, what you'd like to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next video.